Guys, you know how we have a government shutdown looming, and the Republicans are the majority in the House of Representatives, and they're trying to elect a House Speaker, and they can't because they've got some rowdy, rootin' tootin' point and shooting people who were elected, who keep shutting folks down, shut down Kevin McCarthy. Steve Scalise wasn't able to get his votes off the ground, and now Jim Jordan is also not able to get his votes off the ground. Jim Jordan had a bizarre press conference earlier today. It basically meant nothing. Like, this is so strange, and it makes the Republicans look so bad. It's actually hysterical, okay?
Issues. I think the American people are thirsty for change. I think they are hungry for leadership.
It's true. It's true.
Frankly, they know that the White House can't provide it. They know the Senate won't lead. And they are looking for House Republicans to step up and lead and make change on these important issues.
Jordan indicates that he plans to just try and grind it out today and tomorrow, and for however long it takes until a speaker is elected. Basically, Jim Jordan has not been getting an increasing number of votes with every successive attempt at getting him in. It's only been getting worse. So for some reason, the person who is increasingly demonstrating themselves to not be capable of being elected, Vosh Jim Jordan is ending his speakership bid after losing his third vote. Wait, he's out? What? Wait, as of when? As of an hour ago? So he held a press conference at the morning after up multiple times just for him to get dropped the next. Bro! Oh my God! It's so embarrassing! Dude! Oh my God. Well, never mind. I mean, okay. Here, let's finish listening to this bit from the press conference because it makes him getting kicked out even more bizarre, okay? This press conference might have been what motivated them to kick him out because this was really weird.
So lay out your path. Are you just going to call roll call vote after roll call vote today and tomorrow and into the weekend and try to wear your opponents down? Because it didn't seem like you made any progress yesterday.
Well, you all said that we were going to lose between the first vote and the second vote. You all said we were going to lose 10 to 15 votes. We stayed the same. We picked up a few. We lost a few.
No, you lost more than you picked up, Jim. You lost 4, picked up 2. You can't obscure that.
I think the ones we lost can come back. So, look, there's been multiple rounds of votes for speaker before.
God, he even looks like a rapey gym coach, doesn't he? Not to get into phrenology or whatever, but man, phrenology is real, but only for conservatives. He looks like he's crying. He does look like he's crying. It's like he knows what's coming.
A $100 billion foreign aid package here. Congress. Is that something that
you're making the case for why we need to get the House open so we can evaluate the package. We can't do that. Can't vote on that.
He covered up the rapes of his wrestlers. Okay, covering up another person's doesn't make you a rapist, but it objectively makes you rapey. It makes you pro-rape and rapey, right? So if I said rapist coach, I'm engaging in what artists might call a dramatic flourish. You know, sort of like an artist's prose. But if I called him a rapey coach, that's objectively true.
Can't pass anything in that until we get the House open. So I got to see the package, but we certainly need to help Israel. But I got to see the package. But again, we can't do that if the House isn't open. All the more reason why we need to get the House open as soon as possible.
Now, maybe we should keep it frozen forever, actually.
Mr. Jordan, what do you say to the people of Israel, Prime Minister Netanyahu, that you're not able to provide aid to Israel because the House is so locked up?
Again, I think you're making my case. I got 200 votes, the speaker designee from my colleagues. The sooner we can get this accomplished, the better for the American people who expect us to work for them and for our friends and allies like the.
So after increasingly failing multiple votes, he holds a press conference to essentially say, I'm going to keep trying. You can't keep me from trying. I'm going to keep trying. And then they kick him out. House GOP abandons plan to empower temp speaker. No, wait. This is the New York Times one. Whoop. Jordan loses secret ballot to remain GOP nominee for speaker. The House plunged further into chaos. After Republicans voted to drop Representative Jim Jordan as the nominee for speakership, Jordan on Friday was unable once again to win over opponents who have denied him this week. Oh, man. So what's next? What comes next? What goofy shit are we doing now? We have to go back to the drawing board. There is no consensus among Republicans about an alternative candidate to Mr. Jordan. Republicans have already shown resistance to a temporary solution that would give Representative Patrick T. McHenry of North Carolina, who is acting as Speaker pro tempore, the authority to run the House for a few months. Yeah, guys, this is my chance. I could become the House Speaker. This is my chance. The ideological and personal divisions that have flared in recent days show no sign of abating. I know I keep saying this, but do you guys have any idea how embarrassing this is for the GOP? The GOP, like, historically has been better at unity than the Dems, largely because fascists know when to kiss ass. So when Donald Trump came in like a wrecking ball, you know, there was a lot of resistance at first, but then eventually they all bent the knee, or at least almost all of them did. You know, John McCain's last living act was to protect Medicare for some reason. So, you know, whatever. You have dark horse candidates coming in with their you know, sidewinders now and again, but for the most part they get along. This is really embarrassing for them. This looks so bad for them. And now they're just giving up, and they're just going to be like, yeah, fuck it. Let the temporary speaker have like more power, you know? Like, they're so, like, this has never happened before. Guys, I'm not incorrect on this. This has literally never happened before in American history, right? Multiple constant failures for a party to elect their own House Speaker, and then just empowering the temporary speaker. Like, fuck it. This is essentially the equivalent of, like, trying to find a teacher for a classroom over and over, and then eventually you're like, you know what, just have a temporary teacher, have a substitute teacher for the rest of the year. Just whatever. Like, yeah, here's your sub. Here's your sub. Here you go. Just, yeah. All right, we're leaving. Absolutely incredible. That happened to my school. It happens. If we lived in a sensible country, this would be grounds to call a snap election. I mean, this is essentially like a long-standing demonstration of Republican incompetence. I mean, like, this is going to go on for months and months and months and months and months, right? So the consistent incompetence here is going to be a pretty easy subject to bully them over. I mean, it looks so bad. This is why parliamentary systems are better. Look, parliamentary systems are probably better for a number of reasons. It's just like, this is unrivaled. When has this happened before? It hasn't. There's no, you know, it'd be really funny if for just this once, the narrative turned to Republicans being anti-Israel and being anti-Semitic, because they can't pass any aid to Israel under these circumstances. And it's like the Dems are like, dude, we want to pass aid to Israel, but you guys can't get your house in order. So, like, now we can't help our allies in the Middle East. You think this could go on for that long? I have no idea. I don't know how long this is going to go on for. I think Kevin McCarthy might have actually been their best, like, unity candidate, right? Kevin McCarthy might have been, like, the best chance that... Because Kevin McCarthy wasn't a rhino, but he also wasn't one of the far-right MAGA types. I mean, even Marjorie Taylor Greene backed Kevin McCarthy, so it's not like he was so moderate that he was completely unappealing to, you know? How long has it lasted currently? Like 2 weeks? 3 weeks, I think? About 3? We'll see. What's their way out? I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what their way out is. He had the fewest votes for over 100 years today. Oh yeah, I saw it for the first time in ages. It was Jim Jordan received what was it exactly? Jim Jordan received less than 200 votes despite being the candidate from the majority party in the House. Yeah, that was it. Any chance of moderates crossing over for Jeffries? I mean, it's incredibly low, but every time this happens, the odds go up slightly. So they're going up from like 0.00001 to 0.00002, but you know, won't this screw over like the federal budget? Yeah, we should probably do something about that impending government shutdown, huh? Wouldn't that be cool? A little bit? Okay. Maybe.